Hi babe, it's Khadijah and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned for all the videos that I post. I mainly do vlogs, makeup videos, so let's get right into it. I am recreating this look by Lola Thompson right here. This look is amazing. Like, she literally ate that one up. I wonder if she had a makeup artist for it. I'm not sure, but either way, looked so freaking good. So this is my recreation of it. I used some drugstore products and I also used some like, what is it called? High-end products. Why is my brain not working right now? Sorry. But let's just get right into it. I am 100% obsessed. So let's get right into the video.
All right, babe, we are starting out with our brows. Oh, first and foremost, hello. I know I've already said hello on the video, but I just thought a voiceover would just be nice to hear today. I am going in with the Laneige serum. I've been swearing by primer for a long time now. I realize, especially with how my skin is very textured, it was just best to prep and make sure that it's super moisturized. And that is what I love about this specific primer. It's very hydrating. For concealer, we are using our L'Oreal Infallible and pretty much just putting this all over my face. I try my best not to layer my products, so pretty much I really like as close as I can to a skin-like finish. So I always just start in spots that I really want to conceal. Luckily, this is very, I would say, like medium to full coverage, and I definitely think it's buildable as well. But this is a makeup routine if you're looking for a great night out and you want to give face for sure. But yeah, I love this concealer. I think it's a great drugstore, especially like on the lower end, and very brown girl friendly for sure. And now I'm using the Color Pop for my under eyes just to bring some brightness. I noticed that Lola has a lot of brightness in her under eye area, so I thought this would be perfect for the look, just to bring that pop to my face. I'm bringing it to the bridge of my nose as well because I noticed she had some brightness on her nose. So one thing I've learned when doing my makeup is to put setting spray before even transitioning to doing any of the powders. I feel like this really helps with blending and really helps with just like the ultimate marrying of the products, and that is what I'm focused on. Also, a tip that I didn't show is that I let my concealer sit on my face for a while before blending it out or buffing it out, as I would say, and I do a pat motion. I don't swipe because I feel like that really helps it sink into your skin. Now with my contour, this is the Patrick Ta Duo bronzer set. It's called She's Chiseled, but one thing I do is pick up the product and then I'll place it on the back of my hand like you saw a little bit earlier, and then I'll pick it up from the back of my hand because it helps to not be as harsh when putting it onto your face. And that is something that I have been swearing by more recently. I think I learned that skill on TikTok or something. Oh, if you can hear Gabby sneezing in the background, she's in the next room, so that's funny. Anyways, now going in on my nose and bringing that to the sides of my nose, and I also bring my bronzer on the sides of my nose. This is the cream bronzer, and I will bring it into my eyes as well, like my eyelid, because I like a very defined eyebrow look. I'm buffing out the under eye concealer, that Color Pop that we placed earlier, with a brush. I don't use a beauty blender, and I haven't used a beauty blender in years. That doesn't mean I won't use one in the future. I just have been more into brushes and how brushes allow my makeup to look. I just feel like it gives it a very professional look, and I just love how it blends it out as well. And I noticed that it doesn't remove the product, because anytime I feel like personally I've used a beauty blender, it removes the product. So if you were wondering why there's no beauty blender in this, that's why. But yeah, doing that on the same eye and just making sure to lift the concealer up because, yeah, we want to have a very high setting face and look very snatched. Doing the same thing on my nose and really blending it out with my brush. Now, I'm blending out the bronzer right now with my bronzing brush. This is the cream bronzer, but I'll use the same brush to do the powder as well. Now, going in with this brush, I've been using this for cream too. I feel like I just really like how this blends out on my cheekbones. And yeah, I've been loving how I do my bronzer. I feel like it gives me a very defined face because sometimes I feel like my face looks a little bit round. It doesn't always look super round depending on the week, but I feel like I've been consuming a lot of sugar and it's been in my face. And also I need to start guashaing. Is that a thing? Using my gua sha more, right? I think that's better terminology, but I've been needing to use my gua sha more. I think I'll do that tonight, like a little self-care night. Okay, I'm adding my MAC blush. This is a powder blush from MAC. Not sure which shade, so I'll leave that in the description. But I love how this looks. I noticed Lola had a lot on her nose, and I felt like on her chin and her forehead as well. So I made sure to incorporate that too. And then going in with my powder, and She's Chiseled. This is the dry side, and yeah, I made sure to blend this out because I initially drew a really harsh line, but I feel like it looks super good, bringing it up under the brows and that brow bone and dragging it down to your nose. I feel like is what really gives me my signature look. But I'm obsessed. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So just blend. And we're gonna continue to blend. And continue to blend. Like literally, you need to be exhausted of blending because that is what's going to make you really camera ready, and you'll see what I mean. Hopefully you've seen it in the thumbnail already, but it'll make you very camera ready. So I'm going in with that same brush I used earlier for my bronzer and placing that powder because I feel like it helps to snatch the face even more and really define the blush. I decided to put the blush first because I wanted the blush to be the center of attention. And one thing about blush I learned, you can never do too much blush because blush is the first thing that wears away. I feel like whenever I actually go out with this look, I'll definitely be applying way more blush than this. Making sure to carve out my chin because baby, we need that to look good. I'm like, wait, Khadijah, what are you talking about? No, but seriously, this is my favorite part. I love seeing everything come together and be married together. I'm obsessed. More e.l.f. setting spray. We love her. Can never do us wrong. And then going in with my concealer on my eyelids because whenever you're doing a full look, you need to do concealer on your eyelids before you apply any eyeshadow or any bronzer, whatever you're going to use, because I feel like it just has you looking just very elevated and full glam. I've noticed a huge difference when I do a concealer base first before I do my eyeshadow, but that's just the look I like to do. And then I'm going to go in with my Patrick Ta Duo and She's Chiseled and really just carve out that brow bone once again to really give it the full effect. And then I showed you guys the airbrush, but I did a little bit of airbrush under my eyes, and I'm going to continue to do that after I place my bronzer. Dragging the same product down to our nose and buffing that out a little bit more, creating a little bit of I would say a button nose in a way, but it's very, very, very subtle. And then going in with the airbrush Flawless Finish, and I'm using a sponge for this part. And I really like this sponge, but I feel like I need to do yeah, just the sponge in other areas of my face, and then do my my brush, because I really like how it looks when you use the brush for under your eyes, because I think it's not as like harsh necessarily, but it's still very pretty. And that's what I did. I kind of like went over and corrected it with my little fluffy brush. And I feel like with a smaller brush like this, it's just way more controlled and light and shows up really, really, really pretty. Doing the same thing with my nose area, my T-bone, my T area, and all of the things. I'm using this Laura Mercier setting powder. I did that on my face, and then like for the other areas of my face that wasn't my T-zone. And then I'm gonna go in with, this is my Juvia's palette, eyeshadow palette that I really like. It's very neutral for the most part. It has like some reds in there, but I did that for under my eye just to bring a little bit of drama to my eye. Going in with more blush just to really brighten that look up. And then I'm using my Ilia mascara. I really love this mascara. I think it's one of my favorites that I actually own. And I'm adding that to like my top lash and bottom lash. And then I don't do it on camera, I don't think, but I am applying my Ilia, or not Ilia, but my half strips. I believe that they're Ardell Wispies. I just did like literally cut them in half and place them on both eye, because I noticed that she had like a little bit of dramatic eye on the outer corner. And now I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil to really just do light strokes to brush my eyebrow hairs in the same direction that I pretty much gelled them down in. And I think that this ultimately really brought her look together, because I noticed that her brows are very like thick and fluffy, and they're very much like the center of like the entire makeup look. Like brows really change the face. So I love how she did them. So yeah, just doing the same upward motions. I'm 100% obsessed with this. And now we're pretty much almost done after we do the brows, and this has, like I said, been one of my favorite parts. So once we do those lips, honey, we're pretty much done. So thank you for listening to my voiceover. This was so fun for me. And yeah, let's just end the rest of this video. I'm gonna show you guys the lip gloss that I use. It is a Maybelline, and this is also MAC in Chestnut. I've been loving it, but it is a little bit dark, so I'll just blend it out with my finger. But it gives you like that 90s fine type of lippy.
Thank you so much for watching the entire video. I hope you really enjoyed it. This was so fun for me. Getting ready is like literally my favorite thing ever. And hopefully all these products you guys can find in your local like drugstore or CVS, and don't feel like you have to use every single product that I've used. This is just how I did it and my technique. I feel like makeup is always just really much about like techniques and like the steps that you do it in. So yeah, just stay tuned for the next one, and I will see you next time. Love you. Bye.